Let's focus on the victims for a moment, because this morning we're learning that another victim on board that American Airlines flight has local connections, ties to Massachusetts.
Her name is Elizabeth Keys, and she studied at Tufts University, was part of the sailing team. Keys graduated in 2014. The Ohio native then attended law school at Georgetown University before settling down in the D.C. area. Keys' family describes her as strong and fearless, always embracing life at full speed.
All right, the world of ice skating, meantime, is mourning today. Members of the U.S. figure skating team that trained right here in Norwood, Mass. were killed in that crash. We're talking about the two coaches. You see the outside pictures on the screen right now, the two young skaters you see in the middle, and the mothers of those young athletes were all on board that plane.
And one of those figure skaters was 16-year-old Spencer Lane. He and his mom, Christine, were returning from the National Development Camp in Wichita, Kansas. The former Barrington, Rhode Island high school student was known as a talented skater with a promising future.
NBC 10's Alicia Palumbo and Manash Kungwari both standing by in Norwood at the skating club with more on these victims. Alicia, let's begin with you. This is an absolutely tragic story of a young skater that we actually interviewed a few years ago.
That's right, Melody. Michael Rosenfield interviewed 13-year-old Gina Hahn right here at the skating club of Boston in Norwood 3 years ago as she was watching Nathan Chen compete in the Olympics. At the time, Gina was just 10 years old and in 4th grade. Her bubbly, effervescent personality came through as she described being amazed by Chen and the other Olympic skaters. Gina had a promising future in skating herself. This video of Gina from U.S. figure skating is from just a couple months ago. One of her coaches tells us she worked hard at the sport, spending 6 to 7 days a week at the rink, sometimes up to 10 hours a day. She had Olympic dreams even back in 2022.
I really want to go to the Olympics step by step and trying to have my best opportunity to go to the Olympics and try to get a gold medal.
What year will we be watching you at the Olympics?
Probably 2032. I have no idea.
I'll be watching.
Thank you.
Just heartbreaking to hear her little voice there. Coming up in our next half hour, we'll hear from one of Gina's coaches. Now let's send it in to Manash Kungwari, who has more on the two skaters, two parents, and two coaches who lost their lives. Manash?
Well, Alicia, when it comes to those two coaches, Zhenya Sheshkova and Vadim Naumov, they were training kids into becoming Olympic athletes using a unique model they learned in Russia. They were developing kids on this ice in this very rink into becoming worldwide stars, something they know a little about. The two were two-time Olympians, and actually they, in the 1980s, began skating, and of course the peak of their competing career came in 1994 when they won a world championship gold medal together in Japan. They were in Kansas cheering their son on at the United States National Championship and stayed for the United States Figure Skating Association's development camp, where the young stars they were training got to showcase their skills before getting on to Flight 5342. Now, we were able to catch up with two former Olympians who have known them since they were teenagers and actually were in Kansas with them before the tragedy.
They were remarkable. They were truly remarkable individuals, just wonderful, good, kind-hearted people. They were excellent coaches, great friends, amazing parents.
The pair also coached at the International Skating Center of Connecticut, so heavy hearts all throughout New England this morning. For right now, we're live here in Norwood. Manash Kungwari, NBC 10 Boston.